Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what to expect next in your life. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 piles together. Right, so what can you expect next? Oh, this one moved in your life. So I feel like these are our 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Right, so let's see what they are. For pile number 1, you have spells of rose and cacao. For pile number 2, you have the 13th Esbat. And for pile number 3, you have wishes. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the Goldstone. For pile number 2, you have the Moonstone. And for pile number 3, you have the Malachite. All right, so take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to today, and that will be your pile. But if you feel drawn to more than one pile, or maybe even all the piles, as I say, listen to your intuition. It is your magic that always guides you and leads you to the right reading. So whether you're just drawn to one, that will be your pile. Or if you're drawn to several or all, these as well will be your pile for today. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the first pile, which is the spells of rose and cacao, as well as the Goldstone crystal. So welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what to expect next in your life. So your tarot deck is now shuffled. Before we begin drawing from it, I want to quickly draw 3 oracle cards from these 3 oracle decks. So, my dear pile number 1, what can you, expect next from your life? Oh, thank you, that was quick. And from the 3rd deck, there we go. Right, so let's see what your oracle cards are first before we start pulling your tarot cards. So you have Nidavellir, okay, this is a realm in Norse mythology where the dwarfs live. Let's keep it there. Mastering something, perhaps. Let's see. You have wealthy man. Wow, love that for you, pile number 1. You were also drawn to the Goldstone, right? And actually, in Nidavellir, they are the craftsmen of the gods. So they have all these precious metals that they're very proud to decorate and create for the gods. So gold is really standing out here. And you have Venus in Aquarius with detachment. All right, looks like a very exciting reading. Love that for you, my dear pile number 1. Let's now check out your tarot cards. So right off the bat, you have the Empress. Empress. You have the Empress. I was thinking that the Empress is like crowning her child before it's even out. So something is blossoming. It seems something is coming out. You're ready for something, maybe. Let's see, because here with the spells of rose and cacao, you see a witch preparing something, right? Let's see. You have the King of Cups. Love your cards. You have the Lover's card. You have the Knight of Wands. Very positive and powerful cards so far. Right. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Love that for you, my dear pile number one. The Wheel of Fortune. My God, pile number one. You have the King of Wands. I mean, do you need me in this reading? Wow. And you have the Chariot. Now, this is like crazy good in all the best ways possible. So here I have the impression, because look at these two cards. I have the impression that you are working on something and you have mastered what you're working on as well. With the Nidavellir here. Also the witch, you know, gives the impression that she has a spell that she knows is going to work, knows very well what she's doing, and is bringing magic to the table. So, another thing that I see before we get into the future of your reading, very quickly here, also spells of rose and cacao have to do with bringing heart back to something. Like you use that spell when somebody's hearts have turned into stone and you want to heal them and help them open up their hearts again, open up their hearts to love, open up their hearts to loving life again. So it's very healing, but also full of love. So this gives me the impression that what you're working towards, whether this is something that is in your personal life, although I'm really inclined to actually say that this has to do with your work, because look, you have wealthy man, you have the gold. But if you're not working, please also consider the other scenario where you're working very hard towards something. In all cases, especially as well with the Empress being present in your reading, and it's the first card that popped up, you are certainly working for something and you're preparing for its arrival, or you're preparing to see the results of that beautiful work and heart that you put into whatever you genuinely care about. That's really clear here in your reading. And obviously, before we even read in detail the rest of your cards, you can clearly see that you will be getting such great results with what you're doing. You'll be manifesting your dreams with regards to these goals that you're working towards, and you're going to feel very fortunate. For most of you, this has to do with your work, and with the gold, the wealthy man, the Wheel of Fortune, especially with the Queen of Pentacles in this context as well, and the Empress, you're getting abundance with regards to the work that you're putting in. So I see with the Knight of Wands that you're shifting gears, or you're shifting planes, and you're moving from one milestone to the next. So expect in your work, or with regards to your goal, a strong jump into a second mile, or a third, or the next milestone with this goal. Timing is a very important factor in this reading. And with the Knight of Wands, I had a few seconds here staring at the cards where my mind was boggled, because the Knight of Wands is the fastest knight in the deck, right? And you can see that you're quickly moving towards this next milestone. But then I take a look at the Chariot, which shows momentum, it shows speed and everything. But then we get the Snail. So I paused for a second. What is this trying to say? Now, initially I was going to think, is it saying that it's sometimes going to be moving quickly and other times it's going to be moving slow? And then I paused and noticed something here that I noticed for the first time in my life with regards to this deck. And the reason I noticed it is because I actually had to think about it in what the energies were showing me. Look at that, pile number 1. You know how when the wheels are moving so fast, when you're taking a look at a car moving or a bicycle, this is a better example actually. A bicycle moving, the wheels moving so fast that you can start seeing what's behind it. The metal bars on the wheel kind of look like they're transparent because it's moving so quickly. It's an optical illusion that we start feeling that these are transparent. And look at that. This wheel, I don't know if the designer of this deck meant it that way or not, but you can clearly see through these metal bars or this wooden bar what's behind it, right? The details of the snail behind it, giving me the impression that although this is a snail, the wheels are turning really quickly. So this can only, in that case, give me an impression that things have been actually moving quite slow for you, but are going to start moving very quickly. And that's wonderful news to hear. And timing is a strong element in your reading, because we see with the Wheel of Fortune, the figure is holding the clock. And it definitely shows the element of the time is now. Now is the time where you're going to be manifesting big things, going to the next milestone specifically, and creating like bigger wealth for sure. I believe just as much as you put so much love into what you're doing, my dear pile number 1, just as much as it will receive the benefits that are coming are going to be received with love, or are going to be given with love. And it's so interesting, right at the beginning of your pile, I don't know if you heard it, there were birds chirping, and we see a bird right there. I clearly see that there are a lot of things that are coming into your life. Many things are transforming that you're really going to love to know about and to receive. You've honored what you were working towards and what you were trying to grow before it even showed you the results that you wanted. And so you see the Empress here holding the crown, waiting for her baby to come out. And so it gives me this impression that you really honor what you're doing. You really love it. You care about it. You do it in the best way possible. And for that reason, the energy coming in, like the reciprocity of energy that's coming in as a result of your hard work and your love and care, is coming in with that type of loving energy as well. Showering you with abundance, really. It's going to feel like you are a grand manifester. You've manifested big things. So look out in that next phase of your life. Here with the kings, I feel like, how do I explain it? You're going to be seen in a new light or in a bigger light. Due to that upgrade in how you are seen with regards to what you're presenting, upgrade with the type of results that you're getting. I truly believe it for you. Your cards are very powerful. Do wait for something grand to happen here with what you're doing, especially that you're doing it with so much love. I do see an advice for you with what to expect next here in your life. With Venus and Aquarius, with detachment, I see the advice of enjoy all these blessings that are coming in. Enjoy that freedom with the Queen of Pentacles. Enjoy that name that you're creating. But also with detachment, don't let all these things get you. Remain focused with the Aquarius. Remain to put in the same type of energy that you put in, so that you always get that beautiful energy that you're receiving. And although things were going slow, my dear pile number one, this does not mean that it ever came to a halt. If you can see right under the dress, it shows that there were so many things working in your favor behind the scenes that you may not have been seeing at all. And once this energy appears to you, you will know just how much was working in your favor for you to receive it in the right time. So the question would be, what should you expect to receive? And I will pull cards because I asked it, but then I realized we did notice what it is from the very beginning. Wealth, fortune, name, new milestone, but let's get more details on that, right? Since this is what to expect next, and it's very focused on your goals and your career here. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. What should you expect next? Can we get more details specifically on that, please? Wow, 6 of Cups. Page of Swords. There's definitely, okay, you have the Hermit. When I saw this Hermit, I heard in my mind, you will be left alone. I don't know why you need to hear that. Was like maybe, what was some energy bugging you or something? Something is leaving you alone. It's not where you feel calm and serene and relaxed now. Yeah, something is leaving, some energy is leaving you alone. How about we pull a card and see what is leaving you alone? 10 of Pentacles, okay. Perhaps this is talking about the energy of slowness. Thank you very much. Okay. And you have the 9 of Cups. Gosh, pile number one, your cards are really favorable no matter how many times we pull. That's an amazing sign. And so right off the bat, what exactly is going to happen, or what is it that's happening here? 6 of Cups shows that you have been wishing for this for a very long time. We get a sense of timing with the 6 of Cups. Something in the heart that you were caring about, you kept growing, you watched grow, and you genuinely care about. So we see a lot of growth happening in your life, and with that growth, celebration of a wish coming true with what you've envisioned with regards to that goal or what you're working towards. So this Page of Swords shows someone who's graduating, and again, you see with the dandelion, a certain wish coming true. So with graduation, I obviously get the idea that everything that you've worked hard on is somehow becoming official. One thing or the other is certifying that you have leveled up. Some sort of prize or position maybe, or reputation, one thing or the other, some sort of source is certifying, or some sort of energy is certifying that upgrade and level up for you. And with all of the books, it seems like you are also going to be known or tagged as very knowledgeable, to be exact and specific. Yeah, and that's the Page of Swords. Now, the most revealing thing here, the best thing that you're going to be experiencing about this is that, I will get to the best thing, I promise, but I'm sorry, just notice something. We kept saying a wish coming true, a wish coming true. Look at that, it's the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. So this is definitely in the context of how you wished for whatever you're working towards to happen or to become, that's for sure. And the most important thing, like I was going to say, with regards to everything that's happening, is that you're finally getting relief. You're being left alone. Here, left alone is in the context, as clarified by the 10 of Pentacles, is in the context of not having to worry about something. I don't know what you were worried about with regards to things going slow. If you're a student, maybe you were worried about not understanding a specific subject. Maybe a professor wasn't convinced with something that you were doing. If this is with regards to your goals, maybe you're eating healthier and you have specific goals that you're moving towards. Maybe your test results were a bit slow, or if this has to do, of course, with your work, which I believe is the biggest energy here, then your growth or that goal that you wanted with your company was moving really slow, and that was the energy that you were worried about. In all cases, that energy is leaving you alone. You're finally relieved from it. Yeah, you're finally relieved from it. You're relieved from one thing or the other that was a cause of stress and that you had to worry about constantly in your life. And we see with the Ten of Pentacles, because of the results arriving, because of things growing, which is, again, we see with the tree, it's all over your reading, that growing energy. Because of the energy of growth, you no longer have to deal with something or be worried about something. Such beautiful energy, my dear pile number one. The next phase of your life looks super positive for you. I'm so happy for you. I wish you the best of luck. Expect the best. That's what's moving for you. Do know that just as much as you put love into something, it's going to be giving you back. You may not be seeing it at all, but things have always been working behind the scenes for you, and you will start to see results with regards to whatever you worked hard towards. This is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number one. I loved your reading, and I wish you the best of luck with everything that's going to happen to you moving forward. And if you enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. Like I always say, this is genuinely a journey that you're meant to enjoy and not suffer through. And you'll learn through this ebook techniques that help you work smarter and not necessarily harder, how to look at productivity and how to enjoy that journey and not have to go through it suffering, otherwise you're going to drop it. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. And while you're there, you may also want to check the Productivity e-cookbook, which is a book that has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I felt very passionate about this project, and this is why I partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out this ebook for you guys. If you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can make use of both ebooks, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals that are cooked in minutes for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll also find a link to it down in the description box. And I forgot to mention the Productivity Handbook. There is also an audiobook to that if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number one, thank you so much for tuning in. Wish you the best of luck moving forward. May you always be blessed with your beautiful heart. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the 13th Esbat as well as the Moonstone. And today, as you know, we're taking a look at what to expect next in your life. Let's see what this reading is all about. I've already shuffled your tarot deck, and I'll be taking just one card from each of your oracle cards. So, ooh, wow, well, looks like you are gonna have 2 of these from this deck. And last but not least, let's pick out one card, thank you, from this one. So, first, let's check out your oracle cards. So you have Isa, interesting, the rune Isa. Okay. You have mature woman. Yes, you know, I'll get to it in a second. You have Venus in Virgo with discrimination. And, whoa, look at that. 6, interesting. And you have Mercury in, oh my God, did you see that? 6. This is crazy. The synchronicities and the magic in this reading is really cool. So you have Mercury in Virgo again with caution, right? Let's see what this reading is all about. We'll pick out your tarot cards first. So you have the Queen of Pentacles right off the bat. You have the Empress. Wow. You have the Seven of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. The Moon. You have the Three of Swords. This Three of Swords stands out to me. I'll tell you why in a second. I feel like these want to come out as well, so let's take them. You have the Nine of Swords. So that is significant here with the caution and the Nine of Swords, right? Okay. You have the Knight of Swords. The Page of Wands. And the Lover's card. Do you have space for one more? I see this one moved, so I'm going to take it. And you have the Judgment card, finally, rising. Wonderful. Okay, so what are we seeing in your reading here? So first off, I must say that the energy that I'm seeing here, especially with the biggest card of the Isa rune, is that you are currently going through a challenge. And I'm saying currently because your cards keep showing moving to the other side, crossing to the other side, overcoming a challenge. So this gives me a strong indication that something that you were very worried about is now growing and healing and maturing. So Isa, although is a rune of the ego, the I, it is also a rune of ice. And it's very significant because in Scandinavia back in the old days, in the dark ages, the ice caused a great problem, especially if the sun didn't come. And so with the ice on top of the snow, it could actually kill, right? So I'm seeing some great challenge, and it's very slippery, and I feel like you're really scared with the caution here. You've been taking things slow, but it's with the Nine of Swords. It shows me that you felt very worried, very scared, because you may have been translating that energy as energy that is not going to go in the right way. And the reason I'm saying that is because here we have the Oracle of Delphi. And so I feel like you may have thought that this energy was taking you to perhaps a dangerous place. And one of the things that we learn as we take a look at this specific story with the Oracle of Delphi, as she warns the king Oedipus in Greek mythology that his son would one day kill him, the whole story shows that although he heard the Oracle of Delphi, he could have definitely taken control of his fate and made sure that he changed that fate for himself, you know, with how he raised his child and how he could have changed things around him to make sure that that doesn't actually become his fate. And so it gives me the idea that although you felt like the energy was slippery, it was very dangerous, but at the end of the day, it is totally in your hands and it doesn't have to go down the way you are worried about. And so here, this shows me that you've actually applied this advice that we're seeing here with the Nine of Swords. Here we have the crane wife in Japanese fairy tale. A long story short, very long story short, it's a beautiful story, but I don't want to waste your reading time. And so she was taking from her own feathers to make these beautiful fabric. And so we understand that she was sacrificing herself to make things work. Especially here, she was selling this fabric so that she can make money and her husband. There is also some sort of element of secrecy. This may resonate with some of you because here she was hiding this from her husband. But anyways, putting that factor aside, because I know it may not really resonate with everyone. At the end of the day, I see you sacrificing yourself, sacrificing your time, sacrificing your energy. And so it looks like you actually did take things in your hands to make it work. Although you felt like the energy was, it's like the energy was moving in one direction, but you were shepherding it to move in another direction. And so with the mature woman here, I see that you have grown a lot. You've faced a lot of your challenges, and it seems like you're being rescued here. And I have a specific timing here for you as well, although I really like to take timing cautiously, but I mean, when I see it that strong, I must mention it. In all cases, I see you moving to the other side here. Again, speaking of Scandinavia, by the way, here we have Bevinida, who is the daughter of the sun goddess, and they come and they heal people from the winter. The sun rises again, so there's a lot of healing. And speaking of the ice melting and the snow melting, this couldn't be a coincidence. First of all, someone here is Scandinavian, right? All of the Scandinavian. In fact, I see with the snake, it looks almost like a Norwegian flag. So I know it's not a message for everyone, but when I see specifics, I like to point them out. So anyways, here we can see that the ice and the snow is melting. That dangerous situation that you were very afraid of in your life is now melting away, and I have a time for you. So this dangerous situation could be something in your personal life, something in your work, and maybe you've done something and it didn't work the way you thought that it would be. You were, some sort of dangerous element. But the thing that I love about you, my dear pal number 2, is that you did not let it go. And although you felt like fate was moving you in a certain direction, I see you've changed that. Look at that. They're coming this way and you're like, no, you're gonna be shepherded the other way. It's not gonna happen to me this way. And you really made sure you worked hard and that you face your challenges head on, day by day. It seems like you're a very hard worker, because look at the 7 of Wands. And also here with the crane wife, worked very hard. And so we must not take this lightly at all when it comes to your reading. If fate is changing, it's changing because you took matters into your own hands. And that's definitely happening for you, my dear pile number 2. You're rising, you're healing. That energy is finally moving forward. That energy is finally moving away and you are moving forward. Now, the amazing thing that I noticed here, that I wanted to hold off a little bit until I tell you your reading. Also, another element that I wanted to show you. I'm so sorry. I'll get back to that. The Empress here is the Mexican saint. I think her name started with a G. The Catholic saint Guadalupe, if I'm not mistaken. She is really revered, loved, and she's known to have this loving, mothering, protective energy. She cares and loves everyone. She wishes to defend all of her children. So we see an element of protection, great protection, loving, with the Empress, loving, great protection, especially with this Empress here. And so it shows me that although you felt like it was a slippery ride, that things weren't going to go in the direction that you want, not only did you work hard towards it, but you were also very much protected from the dangers of this energy from happening to you. So it really wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to go down the way that you thought. And notice that this is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is an energy of us entertaining our fears and our anxious thoughts, although they may not necessarily always be right. So back to the magical part that I see here. So this card is 13, and it says the 13th, Esbat, of course. And I've noticed that your reading, I think, had a number 3, although it might change if there's any editing or anything, but I believe there was a 3 when I was beginning your reading. And there is the full moon here with the 13th Esbat. You see, usually witch covens would gather the Esbat, where they would gather a lot of the times during the full moon, where they would take in that strong energy of the moon, exchange knowledge, and heal and help each other. And so to me, I see, first of all, there's an element of a lot of 3s, just like the 6s here. Your time stamp, if I'm not mistaken, if it changes, I'm sorry about that, number 13. Also, the Moonstone and the full moon. I know that next month, the full moon is on the 3rd of July. And in fact, it is the buck moon. It's called the buck moon because this is when the reindeers regrow their antlers. And so, just like the mature woman, there is an element of growth, of power happening during that time for you. So look out for the next full moon specifically. I know this is a timeless reading, but if you're watching this now, this is very relevant to you. Timing is very relevant in this reading. So it looks like by the next full moon, you are overcoming a great challenge that you are currently going through. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you're finally gaining full independence from that energy. You no longer have to worry about it or feel like it's affecting your life in any way, shape, or form. And we can see here with the moon, although you may not... Oh, the moon, exactly, the full moon. You will be crossing to the other side. And it's really interesting. This whole energy is changing for you because you have made that choice. And it keeps repeating in your reading, because look at that. The Lover's card is a card of choice, right? A choice that helped you rise. So you made a choice. The Knight of Swords is a card of determination, action taking. And the Page of Wands is all about youthful energy, energetic energy, enthusiasm. So we can clearly see that you made a choice of continuing to move forward despite your worries. That will be the reason you get this enthusiasm back and the great results that you've wanted, or that will help you move from the energy of feeling stressed to the energy of a new page of feeling enthusiastic and happy, where you feel like the sun has risen once again. So there, like I mentioned, there is a strong emphasis that this energy is changing for you, because despite of the setbacks, the dangers, the fears that you had, you kept on going, and it looks like you really worked hard. You really tried your best. I don't know what this is about, but you really tried your best. despite the fact that you may have been feeling anxious or tired, you are the one who reversed this energy. Just like here with the story of the Oracle of Delphi, you made that choice to change your fate. So perhaps it was moving in a certain direction, and you decided that it wasn't going to go down like that for you. At least you were trying your very best. And there's also a strong element of love and care. Perhaps this is a mother or a grandmother on the other side that is really looking out for you. And it doesn't have to be like a mother or grandmother. The Empress is female energy. It could be anyone, whether actually woman or man, or no matter how they identify. It is the energy of nurture, loving, and care that has been protecting you. It could be source, it could be your spiritual team. There is a strong element of protection here. So yeah, kudos to you for reversing the, I feel like the stars are aligning, and something significant is happening either exactly during the buck moon or around that time. So let's discover together. I don't want to leave you like that. I want to find out for you, how are you rising from that situation during that time? Where is your deck? Oh yeah, we put it here. Okay, so can we kindly get more information, please, for pile number 2 on how this is going to happen by that time, please? What is going to happen? So you have the 6 of Cups. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. What a combination. Wow. You have the Ace of Cups. I love that for you. And you have the Hierophant. So this gives me an idea, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant, that this is something fated that is going to happen, that's pouring into your cup. Something fated. It could do with someone in a high position or authority with the Hierophant, although not necessarily, but this could be an element here. It's a traditional card as well. Seeing the 6 of Cups, this is like community, perhaps community acceptance, social approval, or someone helping you, or some energy, some powerful energy helping you. In all cases, there is interference, because you see the hands here. There is interference happening for sure with regards to your situation, that has a hand in helping you out and changing your fate. You're going to feel very fortunate with that event happening during that time. And so I see you celebrating, finally rising above that energy. I heard in my mind things getting back to normal, so that could be an indication for some of you. I don't know why I heard it, but things getting back to normal, social approval, or someone helping you, having a hand in helping you with something that you're doing, maybe even in your work. Whatever the challenge is in, you're getting help, strong help, like almost like an interference of fate during that time of next month. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see for you. I wish you the best of luck with regards to this energy. May you always be blessed. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. It's full of techniques that help you work smarter and not necessarily harder. It changes your mindset onto enjoying productivity, not relying on motivation, because motivation, although is a wonderful feeling, it comes and goes. And so if it's there, that's wonderful. If it's not, you learn how to move on, enjoy the journey, get your goals achieved, reach your dreams without having to wait for it. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. There's also an audiobook. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I was very passionate about this project, and this is why I've partnered with a nutritionist that I personally really love and believe in to bring this ebook out for you. And if you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can make use of both ebooks. This way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from. There are no duplicates. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it as well down in the description box. And my dear pal number 2, it was a real pleasure doing this reading for you. I wish you the best of luck with regards to that. If you're struggling through something, do know that this energy is about to dissipate and you're moving strongly to the other side. All the best of luck, my dear pal number 2, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Wishes card as well as the Malachite crystal. And today we're taking a look at what to expect next in your life. All right, so to do this reading, we've already shuffled your tarot deck. It's ready to use. But first, I just want to quickly pull out one card from each of these oracle decks for the reading. So we already have one. Oh, this one moves. I'm going to take it. And let's shuffle this one. There we go. All right, so pile number 3. Let's see what you have. Put the tarot deck to the side for now. You have the rune Uruz. Okay. You have main male. And you have Venus in Aquarius with detachment. That came in pile number 1, and look at that. You have 1, 1, 1. If you were drawn to pile number, oh, look at that. Even that's 1. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend you check it out. But what are the odds? This almost looks like, it's not almost, it looks like 11, 11. So this is a reading that you're meant to see. I believe something significant we're gonna find out something very significant in this reading for you. It's important at this phase of your life. Let's check it out. So, whoa, right off the bat, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. You have the Judgment card, the Council of Animals. Interesting. You have the Ace of Spells. This is the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay. You have the Tower card with the Folly. And look, as it cracked, all these crows or ravens are coming out and circling and leaving. Interesting. It almost makes me feel like freedom rather than an issue. You have the Hanged Man with the Suspension card. Okay. You have the oldest one, that's the Hierophant. A lot of major arcana. Do you see that? That's the Ace of Wands is the only card that is not a major arcana in this whole top row. Interesting. Right, let's see the bottom one. You have the Five of Visions. That's the, I believe, the Cups. Yes, the Five of Cups. Something is urgent here. Okay, like saving a bowl or something. Okay, so you have the Five of Cups. You have the Keeper of Challenges. That's the King of Swords. You have the Empress with the Wise Woman. And I know these are not runes, but it almost feels like she's casting runes. So there's a great emphasis on your rune here. You have the Ten of Wands. right. And look, looks like a witch's coven. We're talking about the witch's coven in pile number 1 as well. So that's another indication. You have the 7 of Wands. And I believe there's space for one more. Let's pick up one more card. And you have, wow, the star card with this starlight. I felt like there was another card that needs to come out. All right, so what's going on here? There's certainly a new beginning. Look at that, the Weaver of Boons. This is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm actually going to leave it because I usually don't look at the back of the deck, but I did today. So I'm going to keep it here to the side. You may not see it at the moment. Let me adjust your cards so you can see them and I'll be back. I think this way you can see at least like part of the Queen of Pentacles card. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's move it down a little bit. There's a new beginning here, and it's a major one, as we've established, because you have a lot of major arcana here. Now, with the Uru's rune, which is very significant here, because this Empress card took us to the rune. We can see that there is a major strong change happening, because the Uruz is of course a rune of grand transformation, one where you've outgrown a certain situation and now you're ready to cross to the other side, you're ready to pass. The Uruz is also a rune of strength, so something bold, something strong is happening, and I do see that you will be crossing to the other side. Of course, you being drawn to the third pile, I see that it pertains to a specific deep wish. And I think that you've expected your wish to be manifested in a certain way, but it didn't go down that way. Because here, with the 5 of Cups, which is a very interesting card that I've noticed from the very beginning, you see a princess running after that gold ball. And it's like, oh my God, what did I do? I've just lost my golden ball. And so she now came down a pathway that she wasn't expecting to go through at all. Life took her on a certain path that she wasn't interested to go towards. And the ball is dropping into the river. And when I read about this card, you see the frog here is smiling because it is her Prince Charming in disguise. And so he knows what is happening with regards to fate. She doesn't know, she's stressed. And little does she know that this is affecting her Prince Charming. It's affecting her life too in a positive way. And so we can really see that you have been in difficulty, in great difficulty with the Tower card. Now things are about to crack and you're about to see the advantages that are coming out of the difficulties that you have been going through. That's the first thing we've noticed about this Tower card. I was like, this doesn't look negative. This looks like freedom, breaking free from something. And here with the suspension, I of course see that you have been through a lot. This was no easy journey on you at all. Pile number 3, look at that. It felt like you were stuck in something that you couldn't handle. I mean, all of that heat. You felt vulnerable. You felt stuck as well. Look at that. You felt really stuck. And you almost felt like you were going to stay in this position for all your life. No, little that you know, looks like a fecal position, so a baby's ready to come out. So in all cases, there is a clear indication in your reading with regards to you coming out of a difficulty towards your wishes. And you will soon notice at how things unfold in your life that all of the events that you have been going through are leading you up to that very wish that you have wanted. And it's no surprise that we're seeing 11:11. This is like the divine time that this wish, as well as the end of a challenge that was leading you to that wish, is going to happen. And see, 10 of Wands, is an end of a tiresome journey. It's an end of a journey where you had to carry so much. And here we see a coven of witches. I see again magic being performed. Look at that, 7 of spells. That's the 7 of wands. We see a lot of gnomes making something happen, leading up to the star card of your dream and your wish coming true. In fact, speaking of boons in Hindu mythology is something that is granted to someone from the gods most of the time. And when you get a boon, then you have energy stored where when you want to use it, you can say your wish and it comes true. So yeah, we're seeing certainly the energy of a wish coming true, and that is a very old wish. We see with the Hierophant here, it says the old one. It quickly gave me the impression that this has been a wish in your heart for a long time, maybe as long as you have been growing up, or as long as this journey has taken you. There is one wish that you've always hoped for, and what's coming next in your life is the events finally leading up to you getting that wish. You will see as events line up, or as things happen, you will finally understand why things have taken that long, why you've been through the challenges and the difficulties that you've gone through. And that you can see that with the Keeper of Challenges, we see conclusions being made. The King is balanced energy, and so you will reach your balance. I wanted to say that you will understand that these events lined up so that these challenges help you reach a certain conclusion, certain strength, especially with Uruz and the King of Swords, certain understanding, certain power that will help you get your wish in the way that you wanted it to be. And your reading is so magical. It's full of boons, it's full of spells, it's full of casting wishes, making it happen, magic. And so it gives me a strong impression that this deck was chosen for your pile, because it's all about magic happening in the next phase of your life, where you will see that the wheels of fate are turning to your favor, of you getting what you want. And I have something here for you. Your reading is strongly talking about these challenges that were leading up to this wish, because here you have the Council of Animals, and this is the Judgment card, as we've established. And you can see all of these animals lining up and giving their judgment on the journey, or their perspective on the journey that you have been going through. Each one from their own place, they can see things, we see land animals, they could see things from that happened in your journey. We can see birds that have been seeing the overview of the whole situation. We even have a bat that was seeing things from the opposite perspective that you may not have been considering. All in all, I see this card strongly talking about that the fact that you have been through all this turmoil and these challenges, it wasn't meant to veer you off course from your wish. It was meant to teach you something, because getting all these different understandings of how things work, of how you understand yourself, getting the information and the perspective needed to maybe hold on to a wish or make that wish happen for yourself, was all given to you throughout this journey. And I see with the Ace of Wands, now is the time for that wish to come. Ace of Spells says, say it and make it come to your life with the Ace of Spells. Speak it into your existence, because now it's the time for this wish to come to you. So what does it mean by speak it into your existence? Yeah, because I see with the Seven of Spells, again, we're seeing you making this happen, right? Speaking it into your existence. I think I need guidance with that. How can you speak your wish into existence? as we're being guided here in your reading. Can we kindly get more information? Oh, please. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so pile number 3. You have, whoa, the Fool with the white heart. So I know this is the Fool, but with the white heart, this is a direct answer to speaking it into existence. Now's the time for you to spell out or say your wish into existence. With the white heart, the detachment card comes into play now. Don't think about how it's going to happen. Your words are going to be very powerful now. Don't think about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what could make it happen. That deep old wish that you have in your soul, in your heart, that is part of your journey that you're supposed to receive. Now, I see guidance of spelling it or bringing it into your existence from the depth of your heart without any shadow interference from your mind or being attached to it or thinking how it's going to happen. Spell it out. Speak it into your existence. My dear pile number 3. It's time for it. See, look at that. I was saying it's time for it. The Ace of Challenges. This is the Ace of Swords. Again, swords are the mind. Also could be the spoken word. Don't think how it's going to be done. Just speak it into your existence with the whiteness of your heart, symbolizing the purity of your soul, the purity of your heart, knowing that what you are going to say is going to happen to you. And look at all of this white again. You have the Queen of Swords. And again, we see the same bird here, right? I can't help but tell you that this is a strong message of speaking it into your existence. Speaking it knowing that magic works and it's here. This is the time for you to receive this. I would put a time during your day today. Set aside some little time, even if it's a few minutes, and putting all the thoughts aside, say, I fully welcome this energy into my existence now. It is now the time for me to receive it. I receive it with gratitude. I believe that the time for me is now. And the Empress shows us casting magic. Speak it into your existence. Create it into your life. Just like the Empress, it gives birth to life. Create it into your life by making this wish now. Everything that you have gone through was leading up to that wish. It's unbelievable. It's like the cards are spelling the story here. Everything that you've gone through was moving you towards that very wish that you're supposed to receive now, my dear pile number 1. So this is a great time, a grand time of transformation for you. I've outgrown this energy. You've learned what it was supposed to teach you, and now the wheels of fate are turning to your favor, and you will see. You're like, why is this going down that way? Why is it happening this way? But I thought I was gonna get my golden ball. I was supposed to get this, and I don't want to lose what I've done. And then you realize it was only taking you to that place, to that conclusion, to that action plan, to that energy, whatever it is, that is meant for you to take your wish and have it come true. So, with that energy here, why make it just one wish? Spell out your wishes, but most importantly, the strongest one or the strongest two, the strongest ones is how I would say it. The strongest ones in your heart. Perhaps they're related and you don't know. It's a time where your wishes, with a plural S, coming true, my dear pile number 3. This is exactly what I see in your reading today, and I wish you all the best of luck. Speak it into your existence now, my dear pile number 3. This is the time. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. It is there to help you out in your journey. It's full of techniques that help you approach productivity in a smart way and not necessarily in a hard way. Because as I say, productivity is a journey that you're meant to enjoy and not suffer through. Otherwise, you're gonna drop it. It's a journey where you're not meant to wait for motivation, because motivation is, as an amazing feeling as it is, it comes and goes. And so while it's there, it's awesome. And when it's not, you're not going to wait for it to come the next time. You're going to enjoy your journey, do what needs to get done, and do it in the smartest way possible that would make it all doable for you. If you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity Handbook, which is a book, the Productivity e-cookbook, which is a book that I was equally passionate about. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I've partnered with a nutritionist to bring out this ebook for you. And if you're vegan, there is a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates in this way, duplicate recipes, I mean. And in this way, you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy for you with regards to this energy. It's so cool. I've never seen a reading like that. Please speak it into your existence. You're supposed to have it now. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading.